Shemai everyone, how are you all? Well, I'm back again with another exploding box. I started off making the small one here, inspired by the lovely Julie Kettlewell at the Paper Haven, and I've actually done a YouTube video for this box here, and I included a link to her video, and I took it up to my mum to show her, and I was carefully trying to carry two boxes, and my husband said, well, just put the little one inside the big one then, because it'll fit. And then that got me thinking, and I wanted to make an exploding box, and I have seen these, but I've never looked into how to make them. An exploding box, which is actually 3 little boxes all in one. And I'm using papers from the new catalogue, which goes live on the 4th of September, which should be tomorrow. I'm trying to think when this video is going out. Yeah, it should be tomorrow. And the paper I'm using has actually inspired my last colour combo videos. So to be honest, I've made a huge dent in it. And there's this lovely one here covered in snowmen. So I thought I'd go through the process. As you can see, I have prepared all the layers because I've done a video on how to actually make the box up, and I didn't want to slow it all down for you. So this is my bottom one, and this is the template. And the cardstock size, you can see, is 27 centimetres by 27 centimetres. Scored then at 9 centimetres and 18 centimetres. Turn your page, 9 centimetres and 18 centimetres again. And these corner pieces here, each corner piece has to be cut away. And then to decorate the panel, each panel then works out as 9 centimetres. And to decorate your bottom panel would be 8.8 centimetres if you were putting a contrasting colour of cardstock. I haven't on this one. And your top panel then is 8.5 centimetres. So that's your bottom box. And as you can see, I've also decorated the other side. On these, I've kept those blank, but if you wanted to, you could also decorate those. So what I'm going to do now is, with a bit of Tombow, I'm going to stick this one to my bottom base. So as you can see, they all make, it's like a big plus sign really, or someone described it as a red cross sign. There it is. I'm just going to leave that for a little bit. I think I'll bring in, I've got these little handy pegs. Just keep it there. Then here comes my next layer. And what I've tried to do is to put a patterned, like a bolder patterned one next to a plainer patterned one. And for the centre here, that is the bottom base. Then your middle base is 24 centimetres, and you score at 8 centimetres and 16 centimetres. Once again, you have a 9 square grid. Each panel works out as 8 centimetres, because obviously is your 3 times table. That's probably the only time I've had to use my tables in the summer holidays. To decorate, your bottom panel, it will be 7.8 centimetres, your top panel is 7.5 centimetres, and once again, cut all these ones out. Okay, and then the bottom one here, this is 21 centimetres squared, and you score at 7 centimetres and 14 centimetres. So each panel then is 7 centimetres. One panel, your bottom one is 6.8 centimetres, your top panel is 6.5 centimetres, and you cut away these. Then your lid is 13, it's a bit of a weird size, because I found that the one I started off with was a little bit too small. So this is actually 13.4 centimetres squared. Okay. Then you score 2 centimetres in on each side, and then you make like a little triangular shape. So when you fold that in, like that, that will disappear into there. So I've made my lid, and I've actually decorated with a bit of the stripe. So I'm just going to finish decorating this piece now. So for my centerpiece, I've used the stitch shape framelets. As you can see, it fits perfectly inside the top layer. And I've just got a bit of a Christmas sentiment on that. I was thinking as well, if you bought somebody a charm or a piece of jewellery, hint hint Mr. Richards, then it could be hidden inside this little box. So the stamp set I've used is from the new catalogue, Snowman Season, which coordinates with the paper. And what I've done, I've stamped them ready and coloured them in. And I'm just going to put those on the side then. So I've got 2 of these little joyful snowmen. This is such a sweet set. If you've seen my other cards in the colour combo of Coastal Cabana and Real Red, you will see that I have used this a couple of times now. There we go, that one there. Obviously this isn't the sort of thing you're going to send in the post, but wouldn't it look pretty underneath the Christmas tree with a little ribbon tied around it and a little gift inside. And there's a bit of a card and a gift all in one, I think. Card and gift bag anyway. There we go. And then he's going on that side. So once again, I'm going to put glue on here. I'll make sure then he's in the centre. I'll glue that one down. So as I say, I'll put the link below to my original exploding box. And then in that one is the link to Julie Kettlewell's tutorial, which is very easy to understand. I need things easy to understand. So that's what the box looks like. And then once the lid comes off, it goes doo-doo. Hee-hee. Look at that. And there's my lid, as I say. And I've actually used a very old set here. This is Festive Flurry and the framelets. As I say, I do tend to keep hold of my things. And I just made a huge snowflake to go on the top. And then that is done. So as you can see, I haven't gone into huge detail on how to make the actual box because I didn't want to bore you by doing it a second time. So there we go. Close it all up. There we are. So somebody will have that. And as you can see, all the sides are different. It is easier to use 12 by 12 papers as well for this because otherwise you're wasting a lot of 6 by 6 papers. And when they take off the lid, let's make sure it's the right way around first. They take off the lid and there it is. Now you could also do this, and if you wanted to give it as a special card, say with somebody's anniversary, you could fill it with photos of the happy couple, or if you wanted to give it as a thank you card for an invitation to a wedding, and you could fill it with photos of them, or if you wanted to give a special little bit of jewellery, because sometimes you spend a lot of money on a piece of jewellery or a charm and it comes in a little tiny box and you think, oh, it doesn't look much for your money. But if you made a special little box for it to go in, they would think they've been spoiled. So here we go again, like that. So your layers are going to look like this, but in ever decreasing sizes. And the world's your oyster. You could do it with any papers, with any colour cardstock. Obviously I have made a Christmas themed one because I've got my Christmas hat on. And let's just go through the measurements again. So this is your bottom layer, and this is in metric. Then that's your middle layer, and then that's your, can you all see that one? And then That's your top layer. So each layer is exactly the same. This wasn't a very clever piece of card to use because you can't read the writing. All these corners are going to be cut out. And then make sure that you stick this centre square because it gives you a bit of a grid. So that centre square has to be stuck in the centre square there equally, if you see, with equidistance all around it. I'm using some really big words tonight. Whew. I think I might need to lie down. So once again, I've used Snowman Season, the beautiful papers from the new catalogue. As you can see, I am really running low now on this. And the sentiment came from Itty Bitty Christmas. I used Festive Flurry to decorate the top, but you could put anything at all on the top. You could have, as I say, you could have a big snowflakes. You could have a snowman, anything you choose. And they're all from the new catalogue, which goes live tomorrow for you. The inks I've used are Real Red and Coastal Cabana. And Memento, obviously, if you're going to be colouring something in, I would use either Versamark, Versafine, or Memento, but just let it dry a little bit. So once again, huge welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm now at 465 as of today, which just blows my mind. And if you do like what you see, if you're a first time visitor, I would love it if you subscribed. And if you hit the little bell down below, it'll show you all my new videos. Also, look in the links below for the link to this tutorial that I did making an exploding box with a little snow globe on the top, which opens up to this one here. But you could do it like little Russian dolls and make lids for all your boxes so they all fit inside. I've got a thing for Russian dolls. So take care, enjoy the rest of your week, and I shall see you soon. Hwyl fawr!